I have been spending way more money than necessary on groceries, and I feel like a total dummy. What's up, gang? Welcome back to Budget Jams, where I'm inviting all of you to come along with me on my financial journey. Groceries and or food. It's a basic requirement for survival and sadly an expensive part of it as well. We have to eat to live, we have to pay to eat, so we might as well pay as little as possible. Right? Well, I am embarrassed to say that as a budget conscious and financially minded person, I was ignoring a great opportunity to save money on my monthly groceries. Now, before we get into it, I would just like to reiterate that this video is not sponsored at all, and I'm just giving you my honest take on what I'm doing and how it works for me. Now, up until recently, I had only ever set foot in an Aldi once, and I think I immediately wrote it off as just not that great. I think at the time I was annoyed that I needed to make an extra stop to get a few key items that Aldi didn't have in store. So since then, I've just defaulted to other standard grocery stores, and I never really considered that I might be spending more money than I actually needed to. Then I went back to Aldi on a whim, and I have been floored at how much I got versus how little I spent. So for the sake of full comparison, let's take a real actual Aldi trip that I made and compare it one-to-one to Kroger, who's the other standard grocery store in my area. Now, again, for context, I currently live alone, but I do cook for myself quite a bit, and I try to eke out as much mileage as I can from what I buy as possible. Now, we all have different food preferences and needs and wants, and I'll also be the first to admit that Aldi does not always have everything I'm looking for, but I've personally been trying to make do without, or if it's absolutely necessary, I will make an extra stop to get an ingredient that I need. So follow along with me at home. Grab your most recent grocery list, compare your standard haul at Aldi versus your typical go-to grocery store, and tell me the difference in what you'd save in the comments down below. Let's rock and roll through this thing. All right, so taking a Kroger cart versus Aldi head to head, we're starting off. I got some generic cheese crackers, better known colloquially as Cheez-Its. At Aldi, one 21-ounce box cost me $3.69. The same thing at the Kroger brand is $4.29. Next, at Aldi, I got a multi-pack of bell peppers. I got a red, yellow, and orange bell pepper for $2.69. At Kroger, I can get an orange and a yellow pepper for $4.29. Next, I got a sort of generic bag of coffee, big coffee drinker that's been well established on this channel already. At Aldi, I got a bag of coffee pre-ground for $4.29. Kroger, Seattle's best, would run me $6.99. I got some green onions at Aldi. I got a big old bag. I would say it was probably 5 or 6 different bunches of green onions for 85 cents. One bunch at Kroger will run me $1.59. Next, I got some generic everything bagels. I've been making bagel sandwiches. Also, I've been told I say the word bagel funny. At Aldi, a pack of bagels was $1.95. The same at Kroger is $2.49. Up next, I got a bundle of garlic. This came with three heads. This came with 3 heads of garlic. At Aldi, it was $1.69. At Kroger, $2 and a penny. 2 blocks of sharp cheddar cheese. I like to use the blocks. I grate it myself, and I feel like it's just generally more versatile. 2 8-ounce blocks of sharp cheddar at Aldi, $3.98 or $1.99 each. At Kroger, $4.98 total, or $2.49 each. Hey everyone, Future James here. I realized as I was going through the edit that I left out an item from my grocery haul, which was throwing off all of my math in total. When I went to Aldi, I also picked up half a pound of deli sliced chicken. That was $3.19. Equivalent at Kroger would have been about $5.45. You'll see some edits on the totals, but everything should still be adding up correctly at the end. Just expect to see some stuff coming up over my voiceover to show the corrected totals. I've double-checked my math. Everything should be looking good, but I don't have time to go back and refilm the entire thing, so appreciate you. Thanks. Up next, I got 1 crown of broccoli. At Aldi, it was $1.39. Kroger, it's about equivalent for the same, $1.37 per pound. Then I got a little thing of shredded Parmesan cheese. Gotta have your Parmesan for your pasta. Aldi, that set me back $2.45. Same at Kroger would be $3.79. I got a bag of bite-sized potatoes. Aldi, that runs me $3.29. Kroger, it's $3.99. Yellow onions. At Aldi, it was $1.95. At Kroger, they're on sale and is still $2.89 for a 3-pound bag. Finally, I got a bag of Honeycrisp apples. At Aldi, it was $3.29. At Kroger, the same thing would be $4.99, which is on sale from $6.79. And to round it all off, I did get myself a little bit of beer. I like to have a can of beer every now and again. I got myself a pack of Bell's Oberon Eclipse wheat beer. At Aldi, that was $17.45 for a 12-pack. The same at Kroger would have been $22.99. So all in, Aldi cost me $54.40. The same exact cart at Kroger would have set me back $66.66. And again, I was able to find everything one-to-one at each of these stores. These stores are literally across the street from each other for me. And that is a stark, to me, that is a stark difference. In one trip, I saved $12.26. And that may not seem like a lot, but as we've established, you have to eat every day. You have to eat every day. This level of food, and again, I'm a single person. If you are feeding a family, or even if you have a partner, and you are buying more groceries to feed 2 people, 3 people, 4 people, to me, it is wild how much of a difference there is in price on everything. And this was a small trip. I was fairly well stocked up on kind of my like standard stuff I like to have around. If I was having to do a larger restock on things like milk or eggs or any other of those kind of like standard things you keep in your pantry or in your fridge, the bill would have been higher, but it would have been even higher had I gone to something like a Kroger. So everyone, I hope that you found this interesting. Please, like I said, let me know what your total difference between grocery stores would have been in the comments down below. I would love to know if there's even cheaper options out there, especially for like equivalent sized items. But with that, I ask you all to continue to be good, be careful, be good and careful. I'll see you all in the next one, and happy savings. Take care.